It is Jim White and Simon Jordan live on talkSPORT, courtesy of Selco. It's where the trade goes. What a night. Arsenal in action against Atletico Madrid. Newcastle against Benfica live on talkSPORT. Villarreal against Manchester City live on talkSPORT 2. What a night of European action.
Champions League football is back.
Tonali at the edge of the area, drives it in. Newcastle take the lead.
A city that lives and breathes it. And it's fired in. Pavlidis.
They're set up now for me to really kick on.
Cross to the back post. Vega's header. Vega clinical.
Flip over the top for Haaland, who's tried to get round the back with a middle touch. Oh, what a finish. And what a goal.
He's just a born striker who loves scoring goals.
Trossard, Saka again through the goalkeeper and in. Is this Arsenal's time? Is this the season it all comes together?
Comes up to Griezmann, edge of the area. He scored.
They've saved their athletes for this game, knowing what's coming.
The pinnacle of European football, the Champions League, and it is the greatest prize in the club game.
Looking forward to it immensely. But Arsenal, when it comes down to Arsenal, is there something special brewing right now? Whether it's the Premier League, whether it's in the Champions League, maybe it's both. Does Arteta realise that they're favourites in the eyes of many for one or both at this stage?
The only thing that I embrace is when I see the team, the energy, the temperature, the commitment and the quality that they can deliver, that it gives me that conviction that we can go all the way. But that's it. That's just a feeling that the next day you have to prove it, the next training session you have to prove it, and nothing else, and we cannot be busy thinking about those topics.
Simon, what about Arsenal? Right now, would the Premier League trophy still represent the most significant prize for Arteta this season?
Well, they've never won the Champions League. So if he wins that, he eclipses everything that's been done previously. So you could make that argument. But I think the Premier League is what they're after. So I think the Premier League is the title that I think most people gain the most satisfaction from. I think most managers, despite needing to win the Champions League to get validation elsewhere in other people's minds, look at the league and go, that's the one. Brian Clough used to say it. Bob Paisley used to say it. Alex Ferguson used to say it. The bread and butter is winning the league. If you go over 38 games, or 42 as it once was, and you win a league, it's a very different feel than winning a competition where you've played 11, 13, 15 games in a cup competition. The question is whether Arsenal can do either or both. And given the squad that they've assembled, there's an argument to say they could do both. It's a tall order. It's a big ask. There are other teams in that competition that might have something to say about that, like PSG, who've turned now into arguably the best team in Europe. And so there's lots of challenges there. But Arsenal have assembled a squad of depth and quality that means that they can change games with their bench and they can go deep without having to worry about the challenges they've had previously. They've now got players to come back that are missing, like Havertz and Gabriel Jesus and Madueke, that will come back into the side, that are absent right now, that will be part of the side. So they've really got themselves into a really good position.
Yeah.
Really good position.
I mean, not that there's any suggestion of skullduggery on Arsenal's part here, but Atletico Madrid have made a complaint to Arsenal after they experienced a hot water shortage at the Emirates after they trained before tonight's Champions League tie. They couldn't get a hot shower.
Oh dear.
Poor little souls. But I mean, hey, that's life, isn't it? You wouldn't have thought that Arsenal would turn the...
no, I shouldn't think so.
Turn the boiler off.
It'll be a good game tonight. It'll be a good game tonight. But Arsenal are a very, very good side. I mean, and Arteta, the argument will be, it will come again, no doubt, but individual games where Arteta has to twist or stick, and people will want him to twist and be brave and be bold. Eze's now on the side. Eze makes a big difference.
Yeah.
He adds something to me. Even when he's not on blob, he still looks like there's something different to him than they've got there previously. They've got some really good players there. They must win something this season.
I was going to say to you, do you want to stick your neck out now? Tuesday, 21st of October. Do they win the Premier League? Do they win the Champions League? Good God, I'll say it. Do they win both?
I don't know. I mean, the question is can they stand the test? I mean, it would be easy to pivot off my tip of Liverpool for the beginning of the season because I saw nothing to suggest that Liverpool wouldn't carry on. But now seeing something to suggest they might not.
Right.
But it's still very early. Arsenal have got to be in a position to win something. And I would be surprised if they don't win one of them, either the Champions League or the Premier League, given the condition of their squad, given what's happening with the opposition in the Premier League now, which is Liverpool, in my view. Anyone who finished above Liverpool won the league. That might not be the case now. It might be a few people finishing above Liverpool necessarily don't even win the league.
Yeah.
If Liverpool continue, but then Liverpool are very capable of pivoting again, getting themselves back into a groove, and off they go again. All I think is that if Arsenal were to win the Premier League, it's a nice change. I don't want the bloody Premier League being up in the north forever. And also, Arsenal haven't won it for a long time.
Are we looking at 3 English winners tonight? Arsenal, Atletico Madrid.
Yes.
Newcastle, Benfica.
Yeah.
Villarreal, Manchester City.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think Villarreal, I mean, it's not an easy game, but I don't think Villarreal are any great shakes at this moment in time.
I hope so. And certainly, even if the water isn't hot at the Emirates, I hope Arsenal make it super hot for Atletico Madrid. And all
Simeone
with that. And Simeone, make it hot for him. Although when I met Simeone down at Brighton a few seasons ago in a pre-season friendly, he was delightful. But he'll be up to all sorts tonight. Simon, brilliant. Have a great afternoon.
You too.
That goes for everybody out there. Thanks again, as always, for all the reaction from the last 3 hours. It has been seismic. It's 1 o'clock.
talkSPORT.